Universe Christ, all Muslims of the world. Give perfect praise to my Father, God of Allah, who is the author, creator, governor of the world, almighty, eternally comprehensive. May Allah be his holy divine name. His true law for governing works by nature, confirmed to his will, and the depth of his vein you of all knowledge. I give special honor to the great prophet Noble Ali, who was born in the state of North Carolina in 1886. Great prophet Noble Ali, who sent out divine plea. The prophet Noble Ali said he was the fifth and last prophet, not be the other prophet. There was many prophets in the olden time. The prophet Jesus, Muhammad, recordation, prophet Noble Ali, Islam. I can special honor to the prophet Noble Ali. The prophet Noble Ali told the Lord, I did more than you think I did for you, Islam. So the prophet do honor. The prophet I ain't probably one of the words, Islam. The prophet say he's more for his spirit and flesh, Islam. I can special honor to the past, grand guys, the moderator. Other more Santa American soldiers, the brother man C. Kirby Bay, the brother Nelson Bay, and the brother man J. Blake Bay. I guess spend time to our former Grand Chief for office over 30 some years, the brother all live. I guess spend time to our president national Grand Chief, the brother R. Jones Bay, and the official staff agency him. I guess spend time to the multis on the national level and the local level. I guess spend time to our grand governor, brother T. Aaron Hill, and our past assistant grand governor, brother Lee Bay. I can special honor to our grand chief here at this site, the brother L. Thompson Bay, and to the assistant grand chief, the brother J. Christian Bay. I can special honor to the sister auxiliary. I can special honor to the sister S. Christian Bay, who is chairman of the sister auxiliary, doing a good job, and the rest of the sister ladies, sister. I can special honor to the sister Jumper Bay, who's doing a good job, aiding sister Christian Bay, the sister auxiliary. But the sister auxiliary was the right hand of Prophet Noble Ali during that area of time. They even sent the prophet to the end. It's like they were there for the prophet. So we can honor the sister auxiliary and keep, I tell them, continue to keep up the good work. Allah is pleased with all the Lord's work. I guess special honor to our Lieutenant Reed, brother Simon Bay. I guess special honor to the brother Bruce Bay. I guess special honor to the brother Thompson Bay. Islam, we were good brothers, Islam, who unfold wisdom and way, and I learned many things from this mother. Islam, I guess special honor. Should everything in the realm things in front of God to be justice. I can spend time to our red guy blue flag, the flag is taking my hand. I'm flag is taking my hand. I can spend time to our Moorish flag, found 5-1 green star in the center. I can spend time to the red guy blue flag, the flag is taking my hand. Therefore, I can spend time to the children. I can spend time to the secretary who is not with us in flesh and spirit. She is Sister A. Thompson Bay. I can spend time to our secretary, Secretary, Sister Thompson Bay, Treasurer, Sister Thompson Bay. I can spend time to Sister Christian Bay for doing a good job keeping the minutes for the Moors. Islam, so I appreciate the sister helping me to the prophet and the Moors and this movement. Islam. So therefore, I take brief salvation, our God unity, the Moors, South America, divine country, fellow. Act 1. The Grand Sheik and the chairman of the Moors signed to practice and follow to make law and enforce law with the assistance of the prophet and the grand body of the Moors signed to America. The sister Grand Sheik is your sister Grand Sheik on first, equally according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and is known for the members of the Moors signed to America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open, closed, front, according to the circumstance, and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Fridays are always day of rest, because only Friday the first man is formed in flesh, and on Friday the first man father flesh, ascending unto his father God Allah. But that calls Friday the whole day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moors signed to America. No member put in danger or keep false his blood certification at all. Let me harm blood certification of large blood. Act 4. All members observe these holy divine laws, and all members must obey laws of the government. Because by being the most American or important and partial government, it must be important. Act 5. This organization of the Moors Scientific Work is not to cause any truth, ortho laws, and constituted government, but the baiting by. Act 6 does. All members of the plain nationality, and we're teaching our people in nationality Brian Creed, that they may know that you're a part and a portion of this state government, and know they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and last until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is near time now. And all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government leaders and the nation of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, great God of the universe, ordained noble jobs, prophets, to redeem people in a simple way. The Moorish America are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, whom we have northwest and southwest to show about. Act 7. All members come attend their meetings and become a part and a portion of all the acts of the Moorish Scientific America. Members pay their dues to keep in line with our necessities of the Moorish Scientific America. Then you're entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look out to feed your household. Sons and daughters must be industrious, become public for the man. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and their minds through the love and their body clean water. This divine covenant from your holy prophet, noble through our league, God his Father, God of love. I just pray for you salvation, our God unity, the Moors and America, divine constitution of God. Noble draw his crown, Moorish American first, allow the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allow protected my God and my salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, through our lead, amen. More South America. That's not. At this time, take a reading from the Christian edition of the Moorish America God. And here's of all temples, all business. He said temple must be approved by the prophet of God before it comes back to remember. Let it be financed property or an underlying life that will cause the members to sacrifice finance steps that will cause the poor to members. In the form of the violation these laws is subject moved from his office under the head of strict set by the prophet of the grand chief. Act 2. All members are attend a doubt meeting in the public meeting promise. If a member found standing around in meeting period, shall be fined 15 on the first case, and on the second case, you will find $1, which is going to emergency fund. His members work is going to do for pay. If he has money in the bank, he must strive and not today to the more fund because it takes finance to a nation. Act 3. It is lawful divine duty. Wherever you remember, we pay the finance to aid me, save the nation. And if he does not, he's the enemy to the cause of the dumb people. And justice must catch you. Let it be he or she, according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. As I have the power vested in my hands, I will enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act 4. All members are making public speech, but during the search against the American flag, I speak rather against the church. All men organize a group because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members come to their meeting and send their children to Sunday school And the teacher will confirm himself to the questionnaire. And they heard me exercise this 5 senses who was able to do so because out from the Sunday school come the guys of the nation. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. And we're teaching our people their nationality Brian Creek that they may know that they are a part and portion of this said government. And know they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians. Because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and last until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is the era of time now. And all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government of Israel and the nation of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble prophet to redeem people in a simple way. Most America are descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited northwest, southwest of Africa. Except all members of property in their meat become a part and a portion or live acts of the Moorish temple. Members pay the dues and keep in line without necessity of the Moorish temple. Then you're entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the future household. Sons and daughters must be industrious, become fully following the man. All Muslim members keep their hearts and their minds filled with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant from your old prophet, Noble Ali, to the guidance of God of God. Thank you, Mother Islam. Thank you, Brother Bruce. At this time, I take a reading from the Holy Quran, other Moors, Santa Mark, Circle 7, Divine Prayer, by the Noble Prophet, Ali, by guidance of the great God of the universe, to redeem man from the simple fall of humanity and back to the higher plane of life with the fall of God of Allah. I'd like to take a reading from page 4, Divine Instruction, chapter 1, the creation and fall of man. One of the first lessons I learned when I proclaimed my nationality back in 1984. You know, and I'm still unfolding to this lesson in wisdom and knowledge way. Ain't nobody got all the wisdom now but Allah. But when man studied, he gradually unfold. Once he researched back and forth. Islam, the creation and fall of man, chapter 1, page 4. Time there was, man was not. If life, man, any time began, a time will come to end. The thoughts of Allah cannot be circumscribed. No fitting mind can comprehend empty. All empty things are subject to change. All finite things will cease to be. Because there was a time when they were not. The bodies and the souls of men are finite things, and they will change. Ye from the finite point of view, the time will come, there will be no more. But man himself is not the body nor a soul. He's a spirit and a part of Allah. Created faith, gave to man, to spirit, man, soul, that he might function on the plane of the soul. Gave him a body of flesh, that he might function on the plane of things made manifest. Why did created faith give the spirit, man, and soul, that he might function on the plane of soul? Why did created faith give the soul a body of flesh, that he might function on the plane of things that are made manifest? We're talking about this earth. Islam, Allah gave it this physical body, that we might function on the plane they manifest, which is the earth. The spirit life within me, that's being here, but this physical body is not me. The time will come will be no more. For the spirit from everlasting past till never end come, and that's Allah. So every lifetime we live here, live a good Moorish life. When we leave here, we have to worry about nothing. We're gonna be on the soul plane in the bar of the soul. Wherever power we inside here on earth, we're gonna be on the soul plane. Our number 4 will stand for man on the plane of soul. Ye must overcome. To get back to the spirit with Allah. In the paradise, Allah, everything in the paradise, Allah, everything's quiet. Allah rule direct, the spirit plane, where the earth plane, the beast, and the fire, and several other create that he created. Islam. But man is the Lord, only plain thing manifest. It's a particular lifestyle that we must live to have them type of spiritual power. We have to live a different way, man. And it ain't no easy job. We're gonna be tested unnumbered foe, but stand before man on the plain thing manifest. He must overcome. So we might be strengthened to allow men manifest. The prophet no daughter that he called on strong men, the women, to take their place in the affairs of men. The society needs us, man. The follow humanity is its lowest height that it's gonna get, man. Our people need us, man. The young children, man, they need us bad. You see how some of our ears ready to share the glory from this place. They say they're wearing above their garment, right? Above their waist. They tell them rascals, man, them thumpers, man. Because they've been educated to go a certain way in life. And we got to straighten it out. The real Moorish marriage. The real men, we got to go out here and imitate the prophet and action that the young youth know. It's another day, man. It's a better future out here. So we got to re-educate our young youth so they may put the guns down. And it ain't gonna be easy, man. We need everybody, humanity, man. Our people need us, man. Need us bad. So I think Allah blessed me to be able to do my part, get in where I fit in, and keep moving, and keep divine love and my action out front, to all of do honors, man. So I'm bringing up a few people tonight. They're there. I'm out. The meeting's probably gonna be short. And I'm going to be call on my first speaker tonight. Will be our assistant secretary, Brother Matt Neal. That's my peace. Peace. Can I get a song, please? Yes, sir. When I knew that I was free, when the prophet finally put his arms around me, oh, the joy that came to me. Islam. Amen. It's truly a blessing to give praise to Allah. Allah is the true, great, wonderful God. And it's a blessing to be able to know his true and holy and divine name. It's Allah. And we understand in the Moorish of America is known by many names. And Allah blesses with a will to choose, to love, to call in the name that you think and see fit, to help you to build a better relationship with Allah. Because he is truly almighty, omnipresent. And we get these instructions that lets us know that we can clearly meet him directly in the heart. We don't have to look around in the sky, in the ground. We don't have to look around at any building, or we don't have to look around at a man that posts a title. To be able to connect to Allah, we began to understand that the nearest place to Allah is in the heart. And once you begin to identify where your physical heart is at, you begin to understand why it beats. It has the power to control a lot of things. And as you begin to look at how wonderful he made us in his image and in his likeness, you begin to understand why he sent so many prophets to instruct us and put us back on the path of salvation to save ourselves. Whether we are on the soul plane or on the physical plane that we are experiencing right now as I'm talking to you in the flesh. That's right. Jesus came right on time to show us the way that we need go. Prophet Muhammad came just in time to show us exactly where we need to go. All of these prophets that are true and divine prophets gave out information that we can use today, because when you realize that somebody is speaking what's called the truth, and truth is all, and all is Allah. You begin to realize that you are not only connecting yourself back to the one great God, you begin to connect yourself back to your father's fathers, 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 to your mother's mothers, 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 because now you're putting yourself back in line with humanity. And when you put yourself back in line with humanity, you begin to save yourself from the cares of the world, from the illness of the world, and from the sickness of the world. The prophet already told us about the sickness, the elements that was going to come. He already told us about that. A lot of this stuff we eat. He was so loving and so careful and so sincere about doing Allah's work. He even told us that all don't drink water. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it got so good that he said, listen to this. I brought you everything that will cure you from anything that you wasn't born with. So if you believe in the remedies, praise Allah. And if you don't, praise Allah, because the choice is yours to take the remedies that will save you from the illness that we're suffering. It's so good that you can take the tea, you can take the oil, you can take the compound. You can literally apply these remedies to your physical body, and I am a true witness that your human suffering will never change. You will change from the pain to being healed. And when you're in pain, it begins to change your thinking of it. It puts you in an uncomfortable feeling where you really don't want to be in the places that you are in, no matter if it's at home, at work, in the temple, in your car, because pain causes suffering. Suffering causes an imbalance of the body, and the mind begins to try to solve the problem. And if you're not equipped to solve the problem, then things become more of a catastrophe. So the prophet gave us some relief to help us start saving ourselves so we can start thinking better. So not only that we will come to the temple, that we will run to the temple, we're not able to run. Some of the more street or statements, we will crawl to the temple. Because why? We got remedies here, and you can buy them and take them home, but when you need to restock, you got to get back to the what? To the safe haven. So when you realize you got a place of worship, you begin to identify the information. What do it mean by a place? And praise Allah, it's cold outside and we got heat in the building. Because a lot of times we're not able to afford to pay our gas bill, our utility bills, because things goes on in our lifestyle. And it causes some financial strain. And the prophet is giving us the remedy to that. He's telling us to stick closer together. Moors live closer together. So if your gas off, you come down to my house. That's right. When your lights off, you come down to my house. And when it's the same transparent, and we're talking about exercise, love. Just simple love. So that when mine go out, I would pray that you would be transparent and let me come to your house. When my gas get cut off, or my electric get cut off. Because that's why we're teaching sincerity, gratitude, justice, charity, purity, love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, man. That's the purpose of us practicing these principles, man, because literally you begin to see that you can change not only your life, but your loved one's life. Right. So I give honors to the forerunner, Brother Marcus Garvey,
because, man, Marcus Garvey was definitely doing a great task. He was uniting us, man, that we would strengthen ourselves, that we would understand that when there's unity, there's strength. And that's one of our principles. And once you begin to realize what Marcus Garvey was doing, Marcus Garvey was putting companies together, he put factories together, he started the store line ship together. Everybody may not know about the store line ship, everybody may not know about the stores and the factories that he was doing, the industrial industry he built. Marcus Garvey was always saying, where is the men of color, where are they from? Where's your political leaders? Where are your men of army? Where's your Navy? Where's your Army? Where's your Marine? Where's your business? Where's your president? Somebody to look up to politically, economically put you back in good standards, because all over the world when he traveled, he's seen our people suffering. This is a forerunner who was preparing us for the prophet over to our lead. That's why we give honor to Marcus Garvey, because what he started doing was saying, let's start uniting. He wasn't charging an arm, he wasn't charging a leg, he was charging literally some of the least amount, that he was building it by being consistent, right, by being dedicated, because the more dedicated and more consistent you are, and you are contributing to something that is uplifting. See, and it's just the truth was when you need help, it's a blessing when Allah blesses you, be able to go to your national treasure or your temple treasure to give us our help. That's right. In the time of need. Allah's so good, man, that he gave us that ability to be able to call on the Lord and come to the temple in the time of need. That's right. So that when something was going on, that's why in the Bible, if you ever read it or seen it or heard it, God bless the child that had his own. And it means that when it says you had your own, that means you got your own everything. You got your own hospital. You got your own land. You got your own farms. And now you don't have to depend on somebody else to take care of you, your children, and your grandchildren. You can actually know and understand that everything we are eating, we are literally growing ourselves. We don't have to look for the European or anybody else that is not of our race to say that, hey, we're going to take care of. Because a lot of times, the best interest begins to change for financial gain. And to get a financial gain, a lot of people will take a shortcut way, and we as boys are being taught. And guess what? All we got to do is start thinking for ourselves. And once we start to think for ourselves, we change our condition. And the prophet is giving us that benefit. He gave us that advantage of saying, I give you the Quran. He said, take it and save yourself. Mothers, teach your little ones so that they will learn to love instead of hate. Fathers, by these instructions, you can literally set your household in order. Every one of those steps I need in my life. Still need it in my life. Because why? When somebody brings you the truth, raw and uncut and unadulterated, it's something you can die to. That's why it was hard for me to understand in the teaching that says, as man unfolds, as God unfolds. I thought God was always God. I come to find out no, he's not. See, Allah one way right now because of what you're going through. Go through something else and you understand that he has another purpose. You see him as a law of love because you might be just loving. But when you're going through something, you need some strength to get up out the bed because you physically is weak. And you need some encouragement. You need to activate and release some things mentally that your body will literally begin to say, get up, let's go. That's why we don't have to depend on a lot of chemicals, a lot of medicines that has a lot of side effects. The remedy that the prophet gave you is the same effect every time you get a healing process. You get the side effect. It's literally a healing process. The process of both of them, literally, you are literally saving yourself. I have gave my children when they came into this beautiful world, I was giving them the prophet. I was bathing my children in the prophet compound. I was letting them drink a little bit of the prophet tea. I was letting them drink a little bit of the oil because I personally believed in it and I was working for me personally. And it still works for my family, my friends, my loved ones. Now the community is literally starting to grow and they're asking for the remedy. And I let them know they're in the more South America because the prophet Noble Drew Ali gave it to us. And that's why they said, and we read it in the character, man, we trying to get our moral conduct together. We trying to show that we are a positive in our words, in our acts, in our deeds. And I'm working on loving the foe who seems to do us harm. And when you work on your devil, amen, Allah is so good. Your own devil. Amen, you on the best fight. I give honors because it's Ramadan. And I've been learning a lot about myself, even more about myself, because I've been restraining from a whole lot of things that I usually would do. And I've been working on saying on Friday, I'm gonna do my best to not work Friday. Just relax and just thank Allah. You know, take the day off. And last Friday I tried and I had ended up going to work for a little bit, not that long. I probably went in for like an hour and I came back out. No, I ran back out. Because we all understand if you don't run back out, it's always something to do. Just like being at home cleaning up. It's always something to do. Always something to do. Only if you have that positive mindset of cleaning and working. So I was leaving out the job and I was walking out and the secretary had asked me, "You sure you ain't coming back?" And I was like, "It's Friday. I'm not coming back. I'm staying on. I'm staying on." And I'm literally staying on. She was like, "All right, take care. Have a good weekend." And I left and I literally just sat in my truck and read my Quran. And I seen why it was important not to work on Friday. Because you begin to thank Allah about all the good things that He blessed you with, man. You can really see things a little clearer when you just stop and sit still, man. And I know I talk about it, man, but it's like it's real, man. When you think about meditation, man, when you meditate on Allah, man, teachers, hey, man, sometimes we got to set that phone down and push the people back just so we can sit down and meditate and hear Allah because it tells us Allah speaks in still small voices for those who are still. It's a choice to be still. It's a choice to sit down and want to hear Allah. It's a choice to sit and want to humble yourself to meditate. It's literally a choice. When the brother told it to me, I looked at him and was like, all right, okay then, because I didn't think that was something that we practiced. I didn't know it. My understanding, I didn't have it. I was ignorant. I didn't understand it. But he told it to me with sincerity. And I found out the best place for me to meditate was sitting in the bathtub, reading my Quran. That's what the best place I could be and not get bothered. I would leave my phone in my room and cut it on mute so I wouldn't even have to hear it. Because the more silent you get, those senses elevate. Those who begin to do, you can even hear your phone vibrate in the next room. In the next room. Got up and said, let me cut it all the way on off. So Allah is that good to us that He's going to teach you about your senses, your awareness. Now I'm sitting in the tub, relaxing and reading. I can hear everything outside now. See, it's always something going on. We just got to stop and still ourselves so we can have to pay attention and meditate and get the best that we can get out of something that's a learning lesson. The lesson be self, 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 self. Telling my devil, hey man, sit still, man. Sit still for a while. Put some compound into the tub. Put some oil in the tub. Relax your body. Because when we work these bodies, amen, we don't appreciate it until our arm got to get cut off. You only got one arm now. The foot get cut off, and now you got to walk on a crutch. You got to learn how to work a prosthetic leg. They got to go inside and do surgery. Now you're not able to eat as you was well enough to eat now. Now all of a sudden your diet, your food habit has to change drastically. Oh, you got high blood pressure, you got high this, you're a diabetic, you just, hey man, look. And we heard that a lot of times. And that's what makes us say, all right, I'm gonna stop eating all that salt, I'm gonna stop eating all that greasy food. I'm gonna stop eating all this sugar and sweets. Praise Allah, I took a big bite. I've been doing pretty good. I've been fighting to step away from sweets. See, all this stuff that we do, it causes ourselves to be diabetic. We do this to ourselves. And that's why the prophet said, if you weren't born with it, you got a chance to heal yourself. But you gotta go through these steps and degrees, and it takes a lot of sacrifice, and it takes a lot of discipline. It's called a life-changing motion idea, because as your idea changes, your walk of life changes. Oh, I used to love to go down there and eat every Friday. Now you can't go down there and eat every Friday. You got to change that what you used to do. That's why you hear some people say what they used to do, they don't do no more, because it's literally you have to change for the betterment of self. So when you want to defeat things, you got to defeat within yourself first. You got to be able to tell yourself, I'm done. I'm not going to do this no more. I'm done. I ain't going to do this no more, because you got the reasons why you're not going to do it. So I give honors to the great prophet Noah for teaching me and still teaching me to learn to love. Because when you loving yourself, you don't mind sacrifice. Ramadan was brought by the Prophet Muhammad because once you learn how to restrain from some things, amen, it kicks in. Who gonna rule? Your devil, which is your lower self, or your God, your higher self? That's why they said you gotta slay and put the front, man, you gotta slay the stronger life, because that's why Jesus said, I spurn all these thoughts. These carnal thoughts. He spurred them like, I gotta stop thinking like that, because I am bound down by this carnal flesh. He had a carnal, he had a lower self, and he fought it so long that when he conquered it, it was called death. And he resurrected and said, hey, let's get to work. That's why the disciples met him. That's why everybody knew when he was pressing a hand and said, hey man, I'm not no wind, I'm not no myth. I'm man, I'm flesh. Touch my hand. This is where they pierced me at. This is where they pierced my. They really did this to me. But now I'm flesh divine. We all have the chance to take our flesh and raise it up. It's going to take some restraint. That's why your aura begins to glow and your vibration begins to vibrate even more, because we start consuming things that are killing us. They are literally killing us. If you do the research on anything that you eat, it will scare you. The stores we go to are literally connected to let you know what you're doing. So I give honor to the prophet for teaching me how to think so that I can change my conditions. I'm going to take this reading from Sincerity. Praise God. Holy instructions from the prophet, Sincerity. O thou who art enamored with the beauty of truth and has fixed thy heart on the simplicity of her tones. Hold fast thy fidelity unto her, and forsake her not. The constancy of thy virtue shall crown thee with honor. The tongue of the sincere is rooted in heart. Hypocrisy and deceit have no place in his words. He blusheth at falsehood and is found. When he speaketh the truth, he hath a steady eye. He supported as a man the dignity of his courage to the heart of hypocrisy. He is consistent with himself. He is never embarrassed. He has courage enough truth but to lie. He is He is far above the meanings of the simulation, the words of his mouth, or the thoughts of his heart. Yet with prudence and caution, open his lips, study what is right, and speak it with discretion. He advises with friendship, he reproves with freedom, and whatsoever he promised shall surely perform. But the heart of the hypocrite is hid in his breast. He maketh his words in the stillness of truth, while the beatings of his life is only to deceive. He laugheth in sorrow, he weepeth in joy, and the words of his mouth have no interpretation. He worketh in the dark as a mole, and fancies he is safe, but he wandereth into light, and is betrayed and exposed to dirt on the sea. He passeth his days in perpetual constraint. His tongue and heart are forever and better. He laboreth for the courage of a righteous man, and huggeth himself in the thoughts of his cunning. O fool, fool, the pain which thou takest to hide what thou art, or more than would make thee what thou wouldst see. And the children of wisdom shall mock in thy cunning, when in the midst of security thy disguise is stripped off. And the finger of the risen shall point thee to the storm. I leave the voice, I came, peace.
Peace.
Praise God. Thank you, Praise God. In first time, our secretary will pass the deal, the rule for the bill for the whole the series. We're gonna have no long meeting tonight. We're gonna have a short meeting so we get the boys out here. My second meeting tonight will be the chief and the faithful member of the board side department doing a good job. Keep the up out front. Brother K. Peace. Praise God. I got time to work for Allah. I got time. I got time. I got time to work for Allah. I got time. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and all day Friday. I got time to work for Allah. I got time.
Islam.
Islam.
Well, that's all. I do have time for Allah. It's for my time, my life, my dedication, my sacrifice, my life, and my all for my children. I am and I like to rise in perfect praise with the one author, a governor, true man of all the world. We always provide correct, proper, only unmolested name.
Praise God.
I give honor to this illustrious love who is an angel, not was, but is an angel manifested. Because our prophet is a prophet, not was a prophet, was past, is the current. He currently is the prophet right now, and he's still the prophet. So he is undoubtedly an angel manifested. And honor goes to the prophet. Don't be. That's right. That name was given to the prophet not because it's the name that he fit. It's not a nickname. It's not a name that he just chose. It is a name that he was given of attributes and was given through his holy Father God Allah. And we give praise to Allah. We thank Allah for that holy prophet, for waking us up. He was in a grave state of mind, a grave state of thinking. Grave is death. Now we know that death is no equal to man, and we know that death is a part of life. But it's for everything that was previously stated. But when we were in a grave state of thinking, that means we had failed. We know that man did fall. But when you fall in thought and in worship and in culture, you're in trouble. That is sin. And that's what we have done. But the great God Allah said, they always praise one amongst their own people. We give honor to all of the divine prophets that came before our prophet. We give honor to the prophet Muhammad, Moses, and all those other prophets that came for their people. So we give honor, we give praise, Allah, we give honor for bringing us someone amongst us that looks like us.
That's right. Praise Allah.
That's right.
Because in order for you to believe, to start to believe, to have any faith, it's got to be something that got to be connected to you. How could you even think or really have true faith in anything for your God if that prophet did not look like you? Again, we are to teach love and not to speak against any organization or religious group, but we're going to speak the truth.
That's right.
And
Praise Allah.
Allah brought prophets for everyone to be connected to them. Brought the Muslim world, well, he brought the Middle East, their prophet. He brought the Chinese, their prophet. And he brought us out. It might be hard for some to believe that
That's right.
because we have been, when I say we, that means me too. I'm including myself. So those of you who are listening via internet, satellite, or in here, I'm including myself too. Because I too was one time had a low thought believing that everything is better than us. But through Allah bringing the holy prophet, through many, many great teachers, I was awakened. The veil was lifted from me. You know, and I give honor. I'd like to elaborate on something that the speaker before me spoke about, and that's this disease, disease. And in the Holy Quran Mega, it says, and I'm paraphrasing, it says, anything that good has happened to you is from Allah. Anything bad has happened to you, it's your own doing. And just as the brother said, we eat ourselves to diabetes. We eat, smoke, drink ourselves to high blood pressure. These are things that we bring on ourselves. Allah don't give us these things. These are things done by ourselves. But one can correct and speak reparation. I think it's type 2 diabetes or type 1. One of them where you cure yourself. For anything, you actually cure yourself. You actually have power within you to cure yourself of anything that's going wrong. How I know, I'll say, and I believe in his words. But it's one of them, I think it's type 2, don't get me wrong. Type 1, it's just a lifestyle. Quick testimony. There was a brother named Preacher Man from St. Louis. We was in a college together, and I watched him pick up weight. And he started going to the doctor on a regular, and they said, "You got high blood pressure." He got better. Started walking with me more because he claimed to be a Christian Muslim. It was funny, but the brother, he was really on one in a good way. But we would walk and talk about all the books. And he started walking. And then he started being able to just run half a lap, running like then it progressed to a whole lap. Okay. As time went on, he was able to run full mile. Went back 6 months later. So it's a lifestyle, and that's in the Quran. Anything that's good of you, Allah will give it to you. Anything bad, you got brought it on yourself. So let's be mindful. And that's what Ramadan is about. It's just not about, it's a reason why you refrain from the things. It's a reason. And you got to sit back and be still and wonder why. Why? Because they're not necessities, they're not needs, they're just desires. And we got to know how to put a circle around our desires.
That's right.
You got to be able to circle.
That's right.
You got to be able to cut it away.
That's right.
But it's either you're going to practice that for life, or is it going to be a Superman practice? What is a Superman practice? Well, we know Superman is Clint Clark. Clark Kent. I'm having tongues with it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But Clark Kent. But just like that, he going to the phone booth and turn to Superman. Just like that. Now ask yourself, and just like I'm not going to say us, let me speak about me because prophet said, study myself. So I need to talk about me. Just like I be sometimes. I will be a super Muslim in here, right back to Negro. Sure. Okay. So are we going to refrain from those things consistently, being sincere about it, or is it just a Ramadan?
That's right. Teach me.
Is it just 30 days? Am I just going to stop lusting? Am I just going to stop using foul language just for 30 days? And then soon as that 31st day comes, oh, what's up, my?
Good.
If you do it for 30 days, you can do it for 30 years.
That's right. Teach me.
Practice. That's the reason why I fall asleep. And it says prescribe. That sounds familiar. What is a prescription? Prescription is something that you are administered by a doctor to help heal and cut away certain things that don't need to be in you.
That's right.
So the doctor, Father God Allah, said, I'm going to prescribe you Ramadan to refrain from these behaviors.
That's right.
Food is just a small part. A lot of people just think, oh, it's Ramadan, you just don't eat no food. No, that's just a small
Exactly.
part. That's just
That's right.
a small part.
That's right.
Teach the people about the behaviors.
That's
Teach
right.
the people about the conduct is what you're trying to practice.
That's right.
What is Islam?
Right.
Teach people what Islam is. That's what they need to know. Food is just a small part. I give honors to Friday, the holy day. And this is one of the first Fridays I actually obeyed the law.
Praise Allah.
But I want to say though, it was I don't know, but you know, nothing's by accident. There's no strange happenings. I stepped in, got up, seen her off to work. All right, so you go to the gym. All right, I knew I was tired. Yeah, as soon as she got out the door, I went right back to sleep. You know, I was so tired, and I kept on getting up. And I wanted to get up, but I couldn't. And any other time my phone blow up, when nobody wake up, you will call me, no one will call me. And I was like, man, I want to get up. Maybe somebody call me, give me that energy. But and then my numbers, I think it didn't go off. Nothing go off. And I thought about it. I said, you know, Allah just telling me, you need to rest on Fridays. You need to rest on Fridays.
Praise Allah.
Master Neil, Bingo, they still gonna be there. You can always talk to them. You know, the money, everything's still gonna be there. Rest of them. This is the law.
That's right.
This is the law. Obey the law. Obey all of it. I
Praise
just take
Allah.
portion of it. Say, well, you know, I'm gonna do that, but I ain't gonna do that. No, I need to obey all of the law. Every 14 acts, obeying it all.
That's right. Teach me.
So I thank Allah for revealing that revelation.
That's right.
Praise
Because
Allah.
again, now my goal is the next Friday. Because we gotta take one step at a time.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Rob said you can't stop everything all the time. I heard you.
That's right. Praise Allah.
So it was good this Friday. I'm gonna try next Friday. And if you don't try, you can't grow.
That's right. Teach
I'm
me.
growing in Islam. I love it. You know, I like to give honors to all the past leaders of the Lord. So I said, go MOORISH, so currency, Perkins Day, Jay Blakey Day, Nelson Day, and I like to give honors to the former leadership of my way, all the people who did a great job. Who left his footprints cuts. Literally cuts. And those are big shoes to fill.
Praise Allah.
Teach
I
me.
always ask
Teach
myself, do I have it? Do I have the tenacity and the motivation to
That's
do
right.
a love?
That's right.
Because
Teach me.
a leader wants his flock to do better. He don't want you to do a little bit less. He wants you to do better.
That's right.
That's what a father does. He was our spiritual father.
That's
And
right.
a father's job is to make sure his child go further than he did.
That's right. Teach me.
So and I'm taking this from boys. I know that we all can do just as great as love did.
Mhm.
And take it as a compliment. Because that's what he wants you to do. He didn't have you come and follow him to do less than. He wants you to do greater. This is an everlasting movement.
That's
And
right.
it's gotta keep going. It's gotta
That's
keep going. It's gotta grow. And we all growing. We're going small. We're going real rapidly. And we don't see it. We got blessed by the whole entire world during this pandemic. Now we are all over the world. Right now, somebody is listening, probably in China. I don't know. But what are angels? Not me. They carry messages to what?
Folk on the world to all nations.
That thing goes work. Where does that go?
You're
To four corners
folk on the world to all nations.
of all nations.
Right.
So
Teach it
the
out.
prophet is doing what he said he was going to do.
That's right.
And he said it's going to be done in conflict who would ever know that it was going to take a pandemic to bring it out? Now, more temples are open, but let's not let others down. We can't give them this, oh, man, they go with, come up to the temple. No, let's keep this going. You got to keep it going because they are looking for this. They're wanting it. I want it. They want it. Y'all need it in our lives. I like to give honors to all of you all who came out tonight.
Praise God.
Because you surely could have been somewhere else. The weather's kind of tricky, but it's still a beautiful day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's always says beautiful day, Allah brought our way.
Praise God.
Use it wisely, throw it away. Well, all of you have made the choice to use it wisely, even on the internet, because you can definitely give your phone text, but you decided to hit that link and match you send out, or hit that link that's on Facebook, and you tune in. So you're using that smartphone to get you some smart wisdom, and you'll do honest with it. I ain't going to take up too much time on but what is Islam? Before I do that, I like to give honors to our grand governor, who's doing a great job. You will always find him in the city hall. You will always find him in the political arena. I like to give honors to this pass to our assistant grand governor, Brother Early Baby's pass. I like to give honors to our grand chief. I'm sorry, Early Baby. I like to give honors to our grand chief here in Sports 75, Brother L. Thompson Bay,
Praise God.
Brother J. Goodshine Bay, two brothers who are going to work for profit. Let me read this. What is Islam? Islam is a very simple faith. It requires man to recognize his duties towards God Allah, his creator, his fellow creatures. It teaches the supreme duty of living in peace with one's surroundings. It is primarily the religion of peace. The very name Islam means peace. The goal of man's life, according to Islam, is peace with everything, peace with Allah, and peace with man. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, tells us that the final abode of man is the house of peace, where no vain word or sinful discourse will be heard. The Holy Divine Prophet Muhammad Ali says that a follower of Islam, in the true sense of the word, is one whose hands, tongue, and thoughts do not hurt others. That's Islam. That means peace. Object of man's life, according to Islam, is its complete unfoldment. Islam teaches that man is born with unlimited capabilities for progress. Islam does not support the idea that man was born in sin. It teaches that everyone has within him the seed of perfect development and is rests solely with himself to make or manifest it, or man or more, it is faded out, or make or more is fortunate. The cardinal doctrine of Islam is the unity of the Father, Allah. We believe in one God, Allah, who is all God, all mercy, all power. He is perfect and holy, all wisdom, all knowledge, and all truth. These are some of his great attributes. So, for we can understand, so his greatness, great attributes, so for we can understand. He is free from all defects, holy and transcendent. He is personal to us in so far as we see his attributes working for us and in us, yes. But he is nevertheless impersonal because he is infinite perfect. His hope and holy. We do not believe that death, decay, or sleep overtake him. Neither do we believe that he is a entity. And say it's what inner forever. Nothing. Nothing. No. Before that. Just
In the fourth source.
and source. In the fourth source. Okay. Nothing happens He neither forgets nor is he forgotten, because these are the traits of frail and weak humanity. This unity of Allah is the first and foremost pillar of Islam, and every other thing hangs upon it. Now I'm going to take a read from Holy Father, Islamic Science and Muslim America,
Praise God.
and then I'm going to close it out. I pray that Allah use my tongue to help you understand the faith of Islam and Islamism. And I'm going to take that reading from Weakness. Holy instructions from the Prophet. Weakness. 1. Vain and constant as the Lord, or child of imperfection. How can yours be weak? It is not in constant connected with purpose. Can there be vanity without infirmity? Avoid the danger of the one, and thou shalt escape the mischiefs of the Father. Praise be to Allah. I leave as I came love, and I humbly leave.
Praise God.
It's not this good time that I keep, you ready to go well. It's not, so, we know the temple lie within, we the temple from within, right? But I come to the temple, I ain't talking about this physical, right? So I need my scripture at this time, as all these guys, read number 1, it's fine. It's not more than either one. I find one by the prophet, no God. I find for all members, they must end all miracles against speech, by their home, by working in their home, or to speak. You are peace, not destruction. God fast your body, you obey, because it's true. Commit your body for your salvation. Fail your obedience, Lord, will be a serious consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these persons are violated, justice then must take its course. Any member, purple member, who are distant feelings towards the prophet, towards the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine cover for his movement, will see the reward for Allah when they have that deed. All Jew boys real and must obey the law, and they down them by their prophet. They lose confidence in prophet. They should turn in their cause and bud, sheep, word, their turban, and fair to turn to the state without the prophet found. This is a holy and divine move, founded by the prophet, no God. If the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet therefore sent out divine plea to all Moorish progress that they do therefore in protecting their prophet in the temple. This is the everlasting move founded by the prophet to the will of Allah to redeem the people from their temple ways.